Hi guys, and welcome to Homes and Cooking. And I thought it was New Year's Eve when I woke up today, but it's not. So I'm not wearing sparkles, but tomorrow maybe a little bit of sparkles. So I decided to make a good basic prior to New Year's Eve dish, which we really like in this house, which is tamale pie. And I make it with ground turkey. You can make it with ground chicken, you can make it with ground beef. But because, let me just show it to you. It's really pretty and it looks like macaroni and cheese. It's not. See the bottom? That's the ground turkey. So what you do first of all is you take a small white onion, and I'm addicted to these chopped onions at Whole Foods. I know I'm a Whole Foods addict, but these are great. Just a little under one of these is a small onion. You take that and you take 2 garlic cloves, mince, and you take some red pepper. I just use half and chopped it up in little pieces, minced. Saute both of those until they soften, and then this is light. Gonna be better if I turn it. I'm afraid if I touch it the whole thing will fall apart. So saute it until they're both soft, and then add the pound. I'm not going to show it to you because it's in the dish. The pound of turkey meat, and cook until it's done and everything is blended together. Then you're going to put in, this is a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. You're going to put in half of this can. This is a 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, and you can put in, I put in half, but once again, you guys cook to taste. If you want to put a little bit more, this was really good tomato sauce. Muir Glen Organic. It was yummy. So you put that in, and then you stir that together. And the next thing that you're going to put in is, once again, whatever tastes good to you. I got, Whole Foods, a 15-ounce can of pinto beans. I only used half, because if I use a whole can of pinto beans, it overtakes the flavor, and you don't want to do that with a pinto bean unless you're just having straight pinto beans. And then you're going to put in to the skillet a whole can of whole kernel corn. This is 50% less sodium, which I always find amusing because then you wind up adding salt. So you put that in. Then I got a small can of mild green chilies. I put in half the can, and then I put in on top the seasonings. So it's a teaspoon of cumin. I really like the flavor of cumin. Once again, teaspoon, then taste it. You might need more. A half teaspoon of chili. It's not nearly enough. Don't listen to recipes. Put in 3/4 of a teaspoon, then taste it. You might need more. And then salt. Pepper. I have this baby pepper mill. Pepper. And then you let it all cook for about 20 minutes until it gets nice and thick. You can see the bottom. One more shot. You can see the bottom, and then it's pretty thick. And then while it's cooking, you're going to make the topping. So you can't see this, but first of all, you're going to get, I'm going to make sure that I have the right ingredients. 1 cup of stock. 1 cup of stock in a pan. 1/2 cup of milk with the stock. And then a tablespoon or a little, like a hunk this big of butter, in the pot, and then you want to put in salt and pepper and about a half a teaspoon of sugar, and that's up to you, but I like the flavor, so half a teaspoon of sugar. And then you're going to let that boil. When it's boiling, the box got thrown away. You get a cup of cornmeal. I make cornmeal mush, which is like polenta. So a cup of cornmeal, stir it in a little at a time, stir, 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 stir. And then when it gets hearty, you turn off the heat, and you can sprinkle a little bit of well, you've already got sugar in it. You can sprinkle in a little bit of baking powder to make it lighter. I just went like this and then mushed it in with it, and it turns out thick. So when I spread it on top of the meat, I let it cool a little, and then I just spread it with my fingers, and it cooks for about 15 minutes. And I cook it at 350 because 375, it dries things out. 350 until it gets solid, and then it's easy to heat it up for servings. So I also put in a little tiny bit of the polenta-ish mixture of sweet corn. I don't think it does anything, but I just felt like it was a little extra pop. So you put in stock, milk, and you just boil it until it gets boiled, and then stir in the 1 cup of polenta or cornmeal. So wanted to make sure I have everything in. Stock, chicken broth, and cold, and milk. Okay, got it right. And it's, once again, I always say it's super easy, but, and you can just look on the box of cornmeal, and it'll tell you exactly how to make polenta. And you don't even, I mean, I make it with stock instead of water, and then milk, and then butter, and a little bit of sugar. Done. So thanks for watching this, and I hope you make this because it really is yummy. And there's so much stuff here. It looks, and oh, by the way, when you start, before you cook the onions and the red pepper and the garlic, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. That will do it. Thanks so much for watching. It really is good. And I'm hoping to get back to posting the recipes on my HomesnCooking site. It's just been a crazy year. So have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Make sure to not have too much fun and drive. And we'll see you in 2026. It's okay, it's gonna be a much better year. This one was a little bizarre in our household. So thank you so much again, and I'm going to beep you out.